Give your respect.
Do you think, like, he's really good, like, in his 69 with, like, his girlfriend or a chick or whatever because his nose tickles their asshole?
Yes. That might be the intro.
Yeah, that's the intro. Congratulations.
This is the Kombat Podcast, the official podcast of TestYourMight.com. And now here are your hosts, K7, 16-Bit, and Slips.
Welcome to the second annual KTP Year-End Award Show. We basically will be selecting nominees for various categories. We present our case for our nominees, and 2 out of 3 votes decides the winner. So let's get right into it. Alright, let's start off with our first category here for the year, Best Feud. What do you guys think? There's some good ones.
Right off the top of my head is Theo versus KDZ.
Mm.
West Coast versus East Coast. Is Superman good? Is Superman bad? Post-patch versus pre-patch. That had everything. That felt
That's
like
true.
Junior versus Carl from 2 years ago.
That was good.
Then,
I know who I'm picking.
who?
Brady Theo.
Brady Theo is good too.
That
That
was
was
pretty-
yeah. It was heated.
A lot of heat. The match itself was great. Another one, Tom versus Pig. They've yet to actually have a match.
They've had a feud for like 5 years.
Yeah, but it's been going on forever. We had the great moment. I don't like you! Remember that?
That was godlike.
Yeah, that was Tom at his best.
Do you hear that song Revolver did of it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was awesome.
that was
amazing.
awesome. What
That
about
was great.
Carl versus Rico? Their Twitter feud?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah, whenever Carl would be streaming, they'd start feuding. That was awesome.
Rico was like, your girlfriend was looking at me. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. That's awesome.
He did.
What about the Community versus Scorpion?
Is that really a feud? But it did have a decisive winner.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We each gotta pick a nominee, so it's gotta be 2 out of 3. I'm going Tom Theo.
I say KDZ versus Theo. The life of the game was on the line when they sat down.
Maybe. Did Chris G ever have a feud with anyone? Not like, I mean, you never
Like a
verbally
heated
have
feud?
a feud with them.
Not
Not really.
Okay. What about PBJ and Glass Sword?
That was pretty good.
I mean, is that really a feud?
I guess, I don't know. Words were exchanged, weren't they?
They were.
A little bit. Not comparable. I mean, there wasn't like months and months of build.
Can we call Glass Sword Austin from now on?
Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah. He's
Why?
Stone
He's-
Cold.
Yeah, he's stone cold. What about some of the MK feuds from early in the year? Pig versus Detroit. Let's not forget about that. Remember that?
Yeah,
What?
that's good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
SCR.
Remember Detroit's tweet after he won, where he's like, "Did what I came to do, oink oink," or something like that?
That's cool.
Yeah. What about Pig versus Cat? That was awesome. Remember that
yeah.
thread?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
PL versus Rio.
Oh, that was the culmination of a feud. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Remember when he licked his hand?
Yeah, that was
Tom?
awesome. He did the Gross from CEO.
Oh yeah.
That was weird.
The Gross, because Gross did that. It was awesome.
That's still weird.
It was weird.
I'm nominating KDZ versus Theo. A
I
lot.
could see it.
That was not just everything. The game, the balance, the character, the coasts, the players, the method of playing that, zoning versus not zoning, what's good and all that. Like, literally everything was at stake in that match. And both sides agreed. We had Theo on the show, and he's like, yeah, everything's on the line there. And then we had Arma on the show, and he was like, yeah, I have to admit, we're going to be on blast if Theo wins. Like, everyone agreed that was the match.
Yeah, it was like, begin.
It was hype too.
Yeah, and the
It
match
was
itself delivered, and then the match delivered.
Yeah, that was good. A lot of lasers.
So what are our nominees? Mine is that KDZ, or Theo versus Tom. Slips, what's your nominee?
I'll do the MK one. I'll nominate the Rio and PL.
Well, now we got 3 different ones. How do we solve
Well, then we just decide.
Yeah, we're just talking about nominees.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are the 3 nominees. And
So
the
for now, who
winner-
do we
So
vote?
one of us has to change our mind.
Yes.
I'll vote for Theo and KDZ. I think that's pretty obvious. The Evo champion who had fallen and said that his character got nerfed too hard versus the Evo runner-up saying, no, he's fine, you're a baddie. That's awesome.
A baddie.
Yeah.
A baddie.
It was perfect. It was the kind of thing that it's a storyline. It's what's so great about fighting games. It's the same thing that's great about a good sport. You can't write better human drama than that. It was 2 guys
That's it.
very confident in their position, and one of them has to be wrong, and there's nothing but skill standing between them. Perfect.
So best feud.
So the best feud of 2013 is officially...
What about M2 Day versus Deathstroke players?
Well, that's a little bit too one-sided to be a feud of the year, I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
So the 2013 feud of the year is KDZ versus Theo.
Yay!
Yay! KDZ,
Congrats.
if you're listening, you may have lost the match, but you share this reward with Theo. Congratulations.
Yes. Enjoy it.
There's no way he just heard that. Arma, please tell
Arma,
him.
yeah, please.
Yeah,
tell him.
please tell him.
Please inform
Yeah,
Uncle.
Has
he
he been
won-
going to the break lately or no?
he is. KDZ's playing again.
He has been playing. Yeah.
So Arma, please inform your boy that he has won the very prestigious Tombie, and he can set the imaginary Tombie statue next to his Evo plaque.
Right.
I'm sure
I'm
he's
sure he would do.
yeah. I'm sure he's like, I'm honored. That fat guy and that fucking Italian and that stoner gave me a fake award. I'm honored. I may not have got.
Why
paid
is
for-
an Italian like derogatory? What the hell is that?
What do you mean?
You made it sound like being Italian's a bad thing.
All right, move
I mean,
on.
they're gangsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tight.
It's bad though.
It's not bad.
You kill people.
We do what the police can't.
What?
What? What, murdering people?
Yeah, murdering people.
You know, when shit's going down and the police aren't able to do it, the gangsters come in and do the dirty work.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, the next
All right.
category.
Let's do biggest blow up. 2013.
Oh man, there's been so many.
There was a lot of NEC.
Let's start back to the very beginning.
Uh,
We have Pig calling out Cat.
that was bad.
That was bad.
Sorry, Pig.
We have Tottery, Manx, and M2 Dave saying a Deathstroke will never place again, and then Eris immediately won Wednesday Night Fights, and then Slips immediately got top 50.
Tottery Manx. What the fuck kind of name is
We had Tom, I'll never lose to Black Adam again.
Oh.
Immediately. Tom, I'll never lose to insert character again has been a not. Remember when he lost to Bane and was like, I'll never lose to Bane again, and then immediately lost to another Bane
In the same tournament.
God bless Tom.
The Scorpion blow up at what was that tournament in Florida?
CEO.
Scorpion is going to dominate CEO.
And then one Scorpion after the other just loses.
That was including Foxy's Perfect Legend is not that good. The fact that he can win with Scorpion proves it. Proves that Scorpion's broke. And then Carl beats KDZ with Batman. And then they're like, oh well, it was only one game. And then he beats him again with all Batman at BXG.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very
That was a big
that
blow
was a
up.
huge blow up. Let's see.
Don't forget Sonic.
Theo versus KDZ was a blow up.
That was a huge
Yeah.
blow up. Let's
Don't
not
forget
forget
Sonic Boom Brad, yeah.
Yeah.
Sonic Boom Brad is definitely one of the biggest blow ups.
Like, where do we begin? Newbie's not very good. I'm the best Doomsday. I'll get top 8. And then, Wednesday Night Fights would body GGA for free. And then GGA wins NEC. Newbie gets 4th. He gets bodied in pools. That was pretty much the worst situation that could have happened. What else? There's been many.
The Martian Manhunter's a blow up as well. He hasn't done
so
shit.
far. And it is the 2013 award. So even if something happens in 2014, they still have to hold that. CD Senior is going to body everyone. Jupiter's going to body everyone. Yeah.
He's super easy to play. Everyone, it's the same thing as the Scorpion thing, except Martian actually didn't get nerfed.
Let's not ignore ourselves. Killer Frost is top 3. You just don't know. We're still waiting for that.
I stand by that she might have been 3rd. Pre-patch.
We know. I mean, if we're gonna blow up the Scorpion and Martian guys, we have to blow ourselves up too. It's only fair. So that's got to be in the conversation.
I guess.
I mean, just because people got blown up in I've never been to a tournament where the casuals are what's accounted for. She still hasn't made top 3.
Well, she's normalized now. When she had trait cancel, I mean, that was stupid. When she had her extra damage, when she had the dagger reset, dude. She did 40% and then a reset.
I agree with you on paper, but we must bring it up to be fair.
Okay.
Trying to think of some more. We're missing some good ones.
I mean, Tom gets blown up all the time. I'm never gonna lose to another Bane player again. And then he loses the same tournament to a Bane player.
What about, I mean, I guess you can't really call it a blow-up, but the famous skill gap comment, that got huge heat. Yeah, that was huge.
That was instant heel move.
And then being like, why does the MK community hate me? I don't understand. Why am I seen as a villain?
No shit.
Why am I seen as a villain here? I only made fun of someone that's been one of your guys for 3 years. I don't get it.
He won the MK tournament.
Right. Well, he had just won the game we all loved 2 days before that.
Yeah.
That was definitely a blow up. I think that's a good list of nominees. Mine is going to be Sonic Boom Brad.
Slips.
Fuck, I forgot.
We're so unprepared.
What
It's
was
free.
There was one that I was definitely gonna say, and I can't fucking remember it now because we've been talking about so many different ones. What about the Zyfox blow-ups?
Oh shit.
Yeah, which one? Oh, remember the best was I never said I was Flash of America. And then someone screen capped his Twitter feed of him saying Flash of America.
It was like his Twitter handle.
Yeah, that
Oh my god, dude. That is terrible. That's like something in a sitcom.
that might beat Sonic Boom Brad. That's bad.
That was so bad.
It was literally the next post down.
Yeah, it was.
It was literally the next.
It quoted his too.
Yeah.
It was great.
I'm gonna go with the Scorpion blow up.
The Great Scorpion Scare of 20.
Yeah.
I'm going Sonic Boom Brad.
Yeah. The thing about Sonic Boom Brad is the blow up is so bad that you just say Sonic Boom Brad because it encompasses a wide range of blow ups.
He's a verb now. Much like Rebello.
So,
Fellow.
are we all agreed?
All right.
That's
Sonic
2 out
Boom
of 3.
Brad.
Congratulations, Sonic Boom Brad. You did not win a tournament last year, but you did win a Tombie Award. You are the 2013 Blow Up of the year.
That's almost as good as winning a tournament.
Almost.
Almost.
Why does he have to have my name?
Sonic Boom Brad Vitale?
Is that his real name?
No, that's Slips' real name, you idiot.
I mean, is that Sonic Boom? Is his name Brad?
Sonic Brad, man. You're disgracing all the Brads out there. Come on, dude. Get your head screwed on right.
What's your name?
There's me. There's Brad Pitt. There's all types of good Brads. Don't
What's
be
your
a
name?
bad Brad.
Really, Bradley?
No, it's just Brad.
It's Bradley, he just doesn't want to say it.
It's just Brad. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you.
Is that the long, version of that name?
Bradley, yeah.
So it is that.
No,
Yeah,
it's
Brad.
Brad.
It's one and the same, though.
Yeah, like my
No.
name is Steven. My mom called me Steven. My mom and
Yeah.
dad call me Steven to this day.
I'm Brad.
In fact,
On my birth
I actually
certificate, it says
prefer-
Brad.
If you actually notice, I almost never refer to myself as Steve. Everyone just assumes it and does it, and I just don't care enough. I actually like what my parents do. Everyone can hold.
Steven?
Yeah.
That's more nerdy.
Well, then that's fitting, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, next category, Robert.
Don't say it like that. Robert. All right.
Bob.
Robble.
Yeah. Robble.
Robble.
Best poster on TYM.
Well, to me, one guy stands out. He's a truth teller. He has a giant bullshit detector. He keeps it real. He's unbiased. It's Cool Whip. The Lebanese wonder.
Is he Lebanese?
Yeah, it's tight.
I like his signature. It's like you can't have pie without cool.
Without Cool Whip. Yeah, he's got a great name, great signature, great avatar. He always keeps it. I see him as the official regulator.
He is.
When someone's full of shit, he'll be like, actually, and then he'll regulate them. He'll
Yeah.
even blow up GGA sometimes, or, he'll blow up Tom and people that he likes sometimes. It's awesome. He's the great arbiter of TYM.
Yeah, I agree. That's who I was gonna say.
K7.
What about Pick of the Hut?
I mean, he's always a strong poster.
He makes some good threads.
He does make good threads.
All of his
Things
challenges.
lively.
Yeah, all of his challenges. Pig is very good at gauging when the community needs some hype
Yeah.
and coming in.
The bounty on M2 Dave, that was tight.
Yeah, like right now he's really building up Wound because he knows that Wound is going to have a great year and is going to be, one of the top guys. So he's building up all these challenges and shit.
Yeah, that shit with the steak dinner, I mean, stuff like that's cool.
Agreed.
It's important.
Crimson Shadow is always good. Always, is arguing on behalf of the community. Always posting results. He knows everybody. He knows everything. He's super well connected. If I needed to PM someone to find out what time a stream was going to be on, and I only had 20 minutes to do it, he's the guy that I would PM and be like, what time? He knew when the Frosty Fausting stream was going to go on before I did.
Well, you were there.
No, before I was even there. The day.
Oh.
Who else
Yeah.
deserves props? Rational Jim always makes good posts when he does. I liked his thread about the Frosty thing. I don't think a lot of people understood what his point was. I think people got caught, like he was just trying to talk about tournament rules and stuff.
Who made that VXG thread?
In Super Bowl. That was absolutely
a great
godly.
thread.
That was classic. He got in trouble for
Great.
that.
He did.
Yeah, that was a great thread.
Why did he get in trouble?
And Super Bowl actually often makes good threads. Remember when Rio made that one that was like, I have returned? He went into the Lobo forums and was like, I have returned. Yeah, that was awesome.
He is good. I like it.
Yeah, and Super Bowl is funny on Twitter, too. Carl will make these asinine tweets where he's just like, yo, what up? And then Super Bowl will retweet it and just say, yo, Carl, and shit like that, even though they don't even know each other.
Yo, Carl.
Yeah, just to be an idiot.
King Hippo makes good posts whenever he posts.
King Hippo does make very good posts. That year-end review thing was...
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was
If you
good.
didn't see that, you must check out King Hippo's 2013 top 10 threads. It's hilarious.
That was good.
What about like the tech and video guys? Like, who does it? Under the Mayo does those.
He does. He is a big contributor to the Catwoman forums. He literally is like, I don't really play the game that much, but I want to help Catwoman players, and he posts punishes, combos, corner setups, stuff like that.
He had an interactable video. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I say it's Cool Whip, though.
I agree. I say Cool Whip. Between all the bullshit that both sides of every argument spews, it takes someone to really understand. It takes someone with good perspective to know who's full of shit.
Yeah, I've never read a Cool Whip thread and thought that he was full of shit. Even if he's not taking my side, I'll read what he says and I think, well, I definitely can see his perspective. Like, I have never read a Cool Whip post that wasn't a good argument. And what I love about Cool Whip is he'll continue to tell the truth, even if no one's listening. He's the guy where if someone repeats a lie 5 times, he'll go into their thread 5 times and say, you know this isn't true, you know this isn't true, you know this isn't true. Just in case someone's listening. Also, shout out to Perfect Mind Game is another guy like that.
Oh yeah,
another
he's
guy
good
who
too.
makes a lot of good
I knew I
arguments.
was forgetting someone.
Yeah, he deserves shout outs.
Yeah, he's
But if
another good bullshit detector.
Yeah. Those two, when they work together, and that's telling. Pay attention when you have guys like that. Pay attention to who they're blowing up nonstop. Look at their arguments. They have a lot to say. Maybe it's not hype. Maybe it's not shit talk, but they make some really good points and they remember everything. They would be great to fight. They would be great in, can you imagine Cool Whip, Crimson Shadow, and Perfect Mind Games regulating politicians? It'd be awesome. They could be in there and be like, actually, John Boehner, on July 17th, you said this. Do you want to
Quote.
They'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
I'm fine with Cool Whip.
I'm going with the Cool Whip. So we agree?
Let's go Cool Whip for the best poster of 2013.
Cool Whip, you may not be from the #1 country in the world, but last year you were the #1 poster of the year. Congratulations.
Yes, enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Dude, our country
he's gonna-
sucks.
Yeah. To be,
No,
yeah,
our country's good.
Dude, our country sucks.
Where would you rather live than the U.S.?
I'd rather live in, like, I don't know, Japan or some shit.
yeah, our country sucks. That was just a joke.
Japan.
Yeah. We make good video games. Anyway, next category.
Alright, that brings us to dumbest poster on TV.
Well,
Let's get it out there. Just
yeah, I mean, M2 Dave. I mean,
What are you talking about?
King Hippo, we were just talking about his best and worst threads of 2013, and I think half of them were M2 Dave threads, where M2 Dave said Zod's mediocre,
We need to
Deathstroke
apologize.
is Kano 2.0, Scorpion is beyond broken.
Cool
Martian
Whip is
Manhunter is
usually-
beyond broken. Like literally every scare and is due to him.
Scare.
It's ridiculous. The Martian Manhunter scare, the Scorpion scare, and then the super downplaying. The Deathstroke is Kano 2.0, and Zod is just mediocre.
And Black Adam is the new Cyber Sub-Zero.
Oh yeah, Black Adam, new cyber sub. The apology thread. Jesus.
How about what poster has been wrong more this year, and he overwhelmingly won the votes?
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Did he make the thread too?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
made the thread, and he was like, the winner of this must apologize immediately, and then he was like overwhelmingly the winner.
It was like 52 votes.
Yeah.
Where's that apology?
So we're not even gonna have other nominees. Dave just wins.
Well, I'm gonna nominate one based on that one thread that he made. Playing to win. You remember that thread, like, where
No,
it's
I
like
never saw this thread he got.
variable block stun glitchics.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
It was like front paged, and it was
That
like,
was
oh,
bad.
by the way, you need to nerf Martian Manhunter at the bottom.
Well, Rebello won a major in Canada that had 60.
That was the birth of Rebello.
Yeah.
That was bad. Variable block stun. Like every fighting game ever. It makes no it's not a variable block stun. It's more that animation hit you at a different point. So they recover a little bit quicker.
A lot of people were saying that, and they were just like, no, that's
The block stun doesn't magically change. He just hit you at a lower
it's the
point.
positioning.
Yeah, he didn't hit you on top of the head. He hit you in the chest.
It's obvious.
So he hit you later in the animation. Therefore, you don't recover in time to punish him. Like that's how meaties work. In like, oh my god. Anyway,
And it got
that was really bad.
It was bad.
What about DJ El Toro?
But what was that other thread he made where he was like, only if you've done something in tournament can you post or
Right.
something like that?
Yeah.
Top 8 only for him.
So
Top 8 only.
Catwoman, Lobo, and Shazam are just closed down and are not allowed to
You're not
talk.
allowed to post
Yeah.
any kind until you make top 8.
Jeez.
No matchup discussion. Fuck you.
What about DJ El Toro? Remember, I would have beat Kerbo if he didn't use Cabal.
Yeah.
I should have got top 8, all that shit.
Said he beat him free.
Yeah.
He's like, I am a much superior player than him. It was bad.
It was bad.
You could say Sonic Boom Brad, but
That was, his posts were really bad. But at the end of the day, had he delivered, it would have been fun. You can't fault a man for talking shit and being confident. That's what makes the forums hype. It's really more of a blow up that he didn't deliver. Had he delivered, we would have looked bad. For example, Blind Ducky, we're not sitting here saying he's worst poster of the year. Because he talked a lot of shit, it was obnoxious, then he delivered, and we just have to be like, well, alright.
alright. Fair enough.
What about Doombox?
Doombox, I like now. Doombox is really relaxed.
I don't know. The Bane gimmick gets old.
He only posts, he hasn't been unbearable lately. Quark has
There was
been
a time.
There was a time when him and Quark would be in the top 3, but both have reformed. I think KTP has made them see the light. I think Quark and Doombox have become perfectly good posters now. Quark hasn't said anything that has annoyed me since I was like, who the fuck is Quark thing?
Yeah.
Since then, I think he's been a fine poster.
Knock some sense into him.
Yeah, I think he heard that and got hit over the head with sense and became a good member of society. Dave, there's hope for you too. So we agree it's Dave, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this essentially is the M2 Dave Mario Sacco memorial.
Memorial.
Yeah, well, I mean, his career's dead.
Oh. Ouch.
So
Alright,
we agree?
Yeah, M2 Dave, you're the dumbest poster on TYM.
Well, Dave, there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is you can do your awards show, but the bad news is you've won our dumbest poster of 2013. Congratulations, my Russian friend.
He'll love that.
There's no way he listens to this shit. Someone
will tell him.
Yeah, someone will.
That's how it happened. And then Cool Whip will correct what he says about it.
Yeah, because he'll say we gave him absolute, like, worse than Hitler award. These GTA fools said I was worse than Hitler. And Cool Whip will have to be like, no, Dave, they just said you were the dumbest poster. And that's usually how it goes.
That's how it happens.
Alright, next category.
Worst front page of the year.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
I mean, we just said the playing to win thing.
That was pretty bad. There was some bad ones, though. The CD Junior tweets.
That was bad.
Junior tweets were so bad.
There's like 4 of them.
Towards the end, I couldn't tell if Storms was that out of touch or was just doing it despite everyone.
I think he was trolling us.
I don't know. There are times when you can tell he doesn't follow the game at all. Recently he was like rising up and comer Theo. Dude, Theo got top 8 at EVO like 8 months ago and has won 1 billion Wednesday night fights. How is he a rising star? But to me, nothing stands out more than that CD Junior has changed a mainstay. Everybody shit themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Also, can we blow up the fact that the forum closes down every night at noon or at midnight?
Does it still do that?
Like at 12, like 15 or 12:30, it'll fucking shut down.
Yeah, every night.
It's super annoying.
I need to push it back to like 4 a.m. or something.
Yeah, like that's literally like the time you're about to go to sleep and you just want to check it one last time.
Yeah.
And then it's down. You're just like, God, dude, like it's the worst time for it to be down.
I don't know, it's working now.
Why is it ever down? It never used to go down.
Yeah, why is it ever down?
Why are we saying 4 a.m. is acceptable?
Since they redid it, it's got to go down.
Dude, it's not even better for the mobile. Oh my God. Like, I would make a post on my fucking phone, and then, like, my post would be a little, like, I'd have a paragraph, and then I would try and, like, tap it to go and make a change, and then it would, wherever I would tap, the cursor would just be stuck at the top of the paragraph, and I could never go down anymore. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? I can't post. I couldn't edit my posts, and oh my God, it's terrible. It's worse than what it used to be. It's terrible. I could at least post okay. Now I can't even do that.
I hate the new status bar thing too.
Status bar.
On mobile, you have to go all the way down.
Oh yeah,
that's brutal. I hate that. So we've now started ranting about something else entirely. What about the category of worst front page?
Should we edit that?
No.
No.
I don't care.
What do you say? I say it's CD Junior's got a new main. That was unbearable.
That had the biggest uproar. So
yeah, that was when people finally had
that playing to win one.
I kind of want to say the playing to win one.
That was bad. That was so bad it got taken off the front page.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, that makes sense.
The playing to win one?
Yeah.
The variable block stun when you're walking.
Variable block stun.
But nerf Martian Manhunter too.
By the way, nerf him.
At the very end,
at the bottom.
Like, we're all that stupid and not realize what's actually going on.
Yeah, I think that's another one where I think it was cool if it was like, so, another teleporting character. How transparent. Like, come on!
Jesus.
Yeah, playing to win, you get the worst front page. He can't say nothing because he's banned.
Well, sir.
Yeah, why'd you get banned?
I don't know.
Well, I would have to say the prognosis is negative. But
Prognosis negative.
prognosis is negative. Make some better posts and call me in the morning.
I was kind of tight.
I'm feeling myself on these award ceremonies. All right, next category.
Should we give something positive now?
Yeah.
Most improved player.
Hmm.
This is interesting because we can include MK. Like, if they sucked in MK and are good in Injustice, there's a lot of those.
There's many of these. One that stands out to me is Godspeed.
Yeah, Godspeed.
Very whatever in MK. Top 8 at UFGT and EVO. Won Wednesday night fights multiple times. Only thing that really goes against him is he hasn't been playing that much since the patch came out.
I think this is obvious. I gotta go with Glass Sword.
Well, he was who I was going to go to next, but I think there's more people to mention.
Wonder Chef.
Wonder Chef. Very mediocre in MK. Very, very, very good at Injustice. He won Wednesday night fights. He regularly beats any given week, and he can beat those guys, except for Superman, and then he's fixed that problem. Yeah, Wonder Chef definitely belongs up there.
Yeah.
What about PPJ?
PPJ. Towards the end of MK had begun pretty good. Capable of getting top 8, beating people like Pig, Chris G, Tom, definitely coming to his own. You know, the best sector at the end of the game's life. But not when NEC good. No one would have seen that coming at last year's NEC.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a good one. And then obviously, Glass Sword was Pantychrist in MK.
Jesus.
like Glass. No, I mean that gives hope. Like,
That's me.
Glass.
Poor Pantychrist.
No. Edit that out. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He'll like it. He's been verbed.
That's so mean.
He's
Glass.
not verbed.
No, but that means Pantychrist. There is hope for
There's
any.
hope. Yeah.
You never know when you're going to find your game, when you're going to find your character, when you're going to find your groove in tournament. Glass Sword has never won a round against me in MK. He's never won a round. And it's not that we've barely played. I hang out with a tournament in every major that we're both at. He's never won a round. And he gave me one of the best performances, a mutual, we were playing on all cylinders set that I've had in Justice so far. Definitely among my closest, best matches. He beat the NEC champion. He beat a bunch of people in the team battle. He's won AK. We live in an era where Glass Sword can conceivably get top 8 at a major. What the fuck?
What about Blind Ducky, though?
And that's another good one. I played him in MK, and he actually was underrated. I actually think I played him in SCR this year a bunch, Kenshi. And I think he actually might have been the second best Kenshi, or at least in that top 5. You know, not Pig, but definitely above average. And yet he never could deliver in tournament. And then Raven, maybe he was always that good, and tournament nerves were holding him back. Maybe a combination of both, but he's definitely among the best now.
Because without him, there is no Glass Sword.
That's true.
What about Trey Pound?
I definitely think Trey Pound has improved, but he hasn't had a breakout performance in tournament to show it. I played Trey Pound in his Hot Girl at CEO a bunch, and I was impressed. But there's yet to be a tournament where, he did beat Rico at NEC, but he went on and he didn't place. He hasn't had the big string of performances where he places top 8.
Okay.
What about Theo?
Theo's a good one. He did play MK, but he just kind of played online. I apparently he was decent.
He's now an official top player.
But now he is
top tier.
Right. Some would argue he's one of the top 5 players in the country.
Yeah.
I think these are all good choices, but ultimately my vote would be to go to Austin.
I think when you encompass how bad Austin was in MK to how good he is in Injustice,
It's stunning.
yeah, it's a big, like Blind Ducky. It sounds like he was decent, and now now he's super good. Where
Right.
Austin was terrible to super good.
Yep.
So
I know.
I'm gonna go with Austin.
We're not saying anything.
I think he's improved on his weirdness too.
Yeah, he kind of had a little swag to him on that.
Yeah, I think he's less weird. I think he's
getting
improved
more
overall, and he doesn't piece sitting down anymore.
He's even improved in life.
He's
That's
improved in life.
Yeah.
Maybe one day he'll work.
Maybe
He'll join the labor force.
Yeah.
he'll become a member of the working force.
Yeah, he'll join society.
He won't have an allowance.
So we agreed.
Well, I'm gonna go Chef, but Austin deserves it.
Okay. Well, Austin, it's been a good month for you. I added you on Twitter.
Wow.
You got to be on KTP, and you even have my phone number now. But this, my friend, might be the most Hollywood you've ever been, because you are 2013 Most Improved Player. You didn't win Worst Player. You won the Most Improved Player. It's not a dream. This is real life. Congratulations.
That's a big award.
It's
That's
a big
one
award.
of the best awards we got.
What if he makes top 8 at EVO next year? God help
That
us.
would be amazing.
That would be amazing. It's possible.
I like how he pops off after every single match.
I love that he talks on the phone to Pig after every match. Brant, I just beat PPJ.
Was
Alright.
Pig not watching or what?
He was, but he just wants to talk to him on the phone about it.
Good.
Pop off,
Like a
pop off,
father
Austin.
son.
Austin, listen to me. You can do this. Pop off. Okay, Brant, I won't let you down.
That boy.
Alright, next category.
Oh, this is a good one. Rebello of the year.
Oh, I love this
Now
category.
describe what a
Rebello of the year?
yes, describe what a rebello is.
Bello, thanks to Jeremiah, has become a nickname for any player or character that is overhyped with the caveat that they don't do well in public, but you, quote, just don't know. Made famous by Pig, most of all, who will play these dudes online and then text everyone or go on 2M and go, you just don't know. You just don't know. Until you've played insert character or player, you just don't know. Now, Pig's been doing this for years, and he actually has a decent track record. Wound Cowboy, Blind Ducky. It's not something to, sneeze at, but it's very popular, and it's become popular amongst other people. And Rebello is the quintessential. For the past few months we've heard, if you're not fighting as Martian, you just don't know. So this goes to the character or the player who is supposedly really good, and everyone's just waiting for them, but for now, you just don't know. So, K7, you put this category in. So my question is, are we doing this sarcastically? Are we like, the Rebello of the year, where it's like, they didn't deliver? Or are we doing it where they were hyped up and then they did deliver? Because it's two different meanings.
I think hyped up and did not deliver.
Did not?
Yes.
Why don't we just do both?
Okay, I don't care.
Okay. Well, for delivering, I think it definitely has to be Blind Ducky. For months, it's like, dude, I almost did good at EVO. You just don't know. And Pig was like, dude, I play this kid online. You just don't know. And I'm like, God, stop talking to me about this. It's annoying. And then he got third at NEC. That's pretty big. What do you guys think?
That's a positive rebello.
That's a positive.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my positive Rebello of the year.
Yes.
Yeah. What about Deg?
Oh,
That's
a good one. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good one. I forgot about that one.
Yep.
That was a big one. You don't know Zatanna until you've played Deg. You just don't know.
Yeah. Harley. Pig was telling me him about before he made CEO. He's like, there's Nightmare SF. Remember him? A lot of
Mhm.
online guys were like, you just don't know. You just don't know. I remember Pig went on his show, and he said, I predict first round Carl will be upset. And apparently we just didn't know, and he was right.
Then we
What about Saltface?
Saltface, another one. I remember before I had to play him at CEO, I was told, you just don't know. You just don't know.
Rebello don't know.
Yeah, I got fucking Rebelloed. That's a good one. Man, there's been a lot of these. Rebelloed's an awesome thing.
I love it.
Yeah. What about PPJ? That's a hell of it.
Hey, you rebelloed him.
Yeah, we rebelloed him. We're like,
That's
dude.
true.
Everyone was saying, PPJ would win the local, and we'd be like, oh, these guys suck. I remember P. Gorath had a great quote. Low tiers winning. Is it characters are underrated or seen as weak? Shit like that. Oh, if you guys are, if Cyborg can win your tournament, you guys must suck, and so forth. Oh, nothing but gimmicks. How will they do against the top tier? Apparently, people just didn't know.
It's true.
I mean, he went on to win the whole fucking thing. He rebelloed the whole country at NEC.
I mean, what about Zod? Oh, that was not a positive one, though. Okay.
Yeah, that's coming later.
We're separating them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the most positive Rebello of the year? I say Ducky. He talked a lot of shit. We heard you just don't know a million times. He would literally be like, every other Raven player makes me want to vomit. If you're not playing me, you just
The
don't.
fact that he was so cocky and
Yeah.
that post he made and he backed it up, you really can't vote against that.
Yeah, I'd say it's him.
I say Saltface. He's consistent.
That is true. I do think he's a strong runner-up, but
He
I still
talk all the shit and back it up.
I think it's Ducky.
Ducky.
Is it
I
gonna
like
be?
I like Blind Man better than Blind Ducky. Why did he change it?
I don't know.
That's weird.
He always was Ducky, even when he played. I think he was originally Ducky, and he became Blind Man when he played Kenshi.
Oh.
Anyway, Slips, are you going to change your vote or just be outvoted?
All right, that's fine.
All right, so then, young man,
Yes.
I may not like your hair, but I do like your Raven gameplay. And you, son, are 2013's positive
Son?
Rebello of the year.
I
How
call him
old is
son?
that kid? He's like 12.
Yeah, he's like 14 years old.
What? No, he's not.
He's super young.
Have you ever met him? He's a child. At
Who's-
SCR, he entered the tournament he ran away from home. I'm serious.
What?
Yeah, he ran away from home.
It's kind of tight.
Yeah, he left a note saying, I'm gone to SoCal, I'll be back in a few days, and knowing he'd get in trouble and shit. And by the way, how Pig is like, do it. Like, Pig is like 40 and is convincing this kid to run away.
40. He's gonna be mad about that.
Like, yeah, Pig's been nominated for like 8 awards, and I just accused him of kidnapping a child. It's fine. He'll be happy to be mentioned. Anyway. Now the
Negative Rebello.
Who's younger, him or Sonic Fox?
I think Sonic
Fox. Yeah, Sonic
Well,
Fox.
I mean, Sonic Fox is like 8.
Yeah.
So negative Rebello of the year. A guy who we're still waiting to know. Obviously, there's Zod.
Yeah, we're waiting on whatever Zod. I
What
guess.
do we think?
I mean that's Pig, isn't it?
Snuggly Bear did decent. I mean,
He had a different name. What was his other name?
Evil
But they
Rashad.
didn't even make top 8.
Yeah, I agree. For characters supposedly top 8.
What did he get, like 13?
13th and 9th.
Yeah.
What about the Killer Frost players?
Yeah, for a character that everyone says is top 5, she hasn't done shit.
Yeah, that's interesting. What do you think that means? Did we fail as players, or was she a bill?
I think pre-patch, she was just a victim of getting owned by Black Adam and Rooftop. And then when she got normalized, now she's just whatever.
You don't think she's top 5, or she's not dominant?
I don't think she's top 5. No.
That's what's interesting. No one actually looks at her strengths and says she's top 5, yet every matchup chart, they think she only loses to Martian and Black Adam. If that's the case, and it's not my place to say if they're wrong or right, I haven't played her, and I don't even remember how to play her. Yet, if that's the case, why would she not be top 5? If that's true, she definitely has to be in the top 5. If she only has 2...
She's got a huge weakness. Huge weakness. She's kind of like... She could be top 5, but there's just... No one's done anything. She's like the Sinestro version of Footsies. Like, Sinestro zoning is, probably the best in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But he supposedly loses hard to anti-zoners and shit. And so, that's why Wound didn't win Fall Classic. Because it was, who did he lose to? He lost
Sonic
to...
Fox and Forever King.
Forever King.
Yeah, so Batgirl, anti-zoner, Forever King's just good. So, and then you have Frost, who, does anyone have better footsies than her? I don't think it's a question. Nothing competes with Slide.
Yeah, it's not even so much as footsies, it's just you can't. She just
from half screen, you don't get to play footsies. So you can see why people feel extremely powerful with her. But she can't do shit about people jumping back, except doing something very risky. So it's a very odd character. Like, she's got a glaring... If you play the game, you'll get blown up. But if you don't play the game, you blow her up. So she's weird. What a weird character. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, she could be Rebello too. She's a bad Rebello. For as broke as she was, that weakness she has not been able to overcome. No Killer Frost has been able to overcome that weakness.
Yeah, it's interesting. I have no problem blaming myself. I have no problem thinking maybe I just wasn't good enough. But then PR Balrog couldn't handle it. I mean, Chaotic did get top 8 one time, just like PR Balrog, but he lost the same Harley I did for the same reason. He lost to Black Adams for the same reason. No one's been able to figure it out yet. It's very interesting. And yet their confidence hasn't been shattered. And it's fascinating.
Yeah.
They're all, if you go in their forums, they're like, she's insane, she's broke. We'll see. They have plenty of more chances.
Yeah.
I got a classic Rebello from MK.
Okay.
Remember Chris G's Kenshi?
Oh man, I forgot about that. Oh yeah.
Hella.
He's like, he's training with the CD. There was a front page.
It was a front.
Training with the CD brothers. You just don't know. You just don't know. 5-0'd by Katana.
The
babied with a baby. And I'm like, pay up. That was awesome.
That was this year, right?
That was this year.
You can't nominate yourself though.
K7 did.
That was a good one.
I have a good one. Scarlet. We are still hearing about how Scarlet is secret top tier in MK9.
Didn't Scar get
Scar
second?
got third at...
He got third at final round,
yeah.
And that's cool, but that's not the next Cabal. I count that as a negative rebelling.
Who said that she's the next Cabal?
Yeah,
Dude,
I don't know about that.
people
They just
have
said
she was good.
She has been called the next Cabal. She was called the Cabal Killer.
I didn't hear that.
She was called the Cabal Killer. Melina had a better presence this year than
That
Scar.
was one dude saying that. That was Ninja.
I'm just saying, no, they've all said it. Melina, it is a fact. There's no doubt that Katana has a better year, and it's also a fact that Melina, my sister, has had a better run this year than Scarlet.
You're not actually Katana.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's family, man.
That was a little weird, man.
That was awesome. Fuck you guys. Scarlet is a Rebello.
Scarlet is the best, though.
And he got top 8 at one tournament where he lost to dudes who don't... He lost to Tommy who doesn't even know what the fuck is going on. How good can she be if you can't win a tournament when no one even... You're playing a character that's secret top tier and no one wins the matchup, and you still can't even win the tournament. Rebello.
Isn't Ermac a Rebello?
Ermac?
Yeah, it wasn't like Zaf or something.
They always
Zaf or
bump
someone.
up.
They always do that. Metzos, they've always been like, dude.
They
just-
Rebello Ermac. I could see.
Yeah, they do Rebello Ermac. That's true. He's a Bill.
He is a Bill.
Yeah, that's a good Rebello.
What about your boy, Zyfox?
Oh,
He is a Rebello.
he's a huge Rebello.
He's a big one.
I'm never making an excuse again. And then it's like, dude, my I'm not used to this hitbox. Dude, I'm not used to these
I
monitors.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let's pick one.
I think, I know CEO. I was like, the whole time, I'm like, I'm training with a Scorpion player.
Scorpion debacle.
And I think I can beat Scorpion. And it's like, if you're not playing Ryu and Carl, you just don't know. If you're not playing Ryu and Carl, you just don't know. And I played Ryu and Carl, and it was fine. That, to me, was the ultimate rebelloing.
Chris G. Kenshi.
Chris G. Kenji, I mean, that was
I'm sticking with that. That was too good.
really bad. He
They were
ended
like-
up going back to Reptile and doing much better the rest of the year.
They were like, if he just practiced, he'd be good.
Yeah, that was bad. What about Manhunter, though? And Zod?
Yeah, Scorpion.
They haven't delivered yet, but I mean, it's still early.
That's true.
Scorpion Manhunter are definitely. Scorp was such a Rebello that things actually changed in the game.
That's true.
Like, does it get any worse than that? There was such a Rebello about Scorpion that they actually changed him with no proof. It was just torches and pitchforks. NRS, you just don't know.
I agree. You sold
People
me.
did go ape shit on that.
You
It was
sold me.
ridiculous.
People were throwing out matchup number. I remember one dude was like, dude, he had a whole list of characters to get 7-3'd for free. It was Vulcan Hades. He had a whole list of characters to get 7-3'd, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I remember distinctly one of them was Catwoman, because she wasn't my main at the time, but I still altered her. And I was thinking, 7, like, are we? I was like, what the fuck does this guy know about Catwoman versus Scorpion? You think he's ever even seen the match be played offline, let alone played it? No. He just knew she was a shitter and threw her in there. He was like, he's 7-3 Shazam and Lex and Catwoman. You literally know he just threw her name in there. He had no fucking idea. And then, after I did fine, and I, beat Carl with my shites Catwoman, everyone's like, well, Catwoman obviously does well against Scorpion. We all knew that. We all knew it was Aquaman, Killer Frost, and randomly Selena Kyle. We knew that. Everyone knew that. Everyone then retconned it.
Why would Catwoman randomly be good? Like, she brings nothing to the table that would beat Scorpion.
Well, Meter Burn Cat Dash.
Okay, she has that against everyone. Like,
it randomly was retconned that Catwoman did well. It was, top tier, absolute S tier characters like Aquaman, Killer Frost, they could compete. Also, let's not forget Catwoman. At no point. Please go back and find me.
and then Scorpion just drops like anyone that used Scorpion and picked him in the top 8 at CEO just were dropping like flies.
Well, people are going to point out that they didn't actually lose and shit like that, that they were not knocked off of them. But luckily we have Cool Whip to point out that that's not true. Thanks, Cool Whip.
Yeah, they lost with him first, and then switched. He's a Bill.
Scorpion is the Rebello of the year.
So Rebello is not the Rebello of
Yes. So, Rebello, you have not won the Rebello of the year.
He doesn't even give his name.
But you did win that major in Canada with 60 entrants. So the Rebello of the year goes to good old Scorpion. Congratulations, Scorp. Slips, will you be accepting the award on his behalf?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we get a get over here?
Get over here.
That wasn't that bad.
I was expecting worse.
Man, your impression's pretty good, and if people don't believe it, they just don't know.
Rebello.
You're rebelling.
And props to Jeremiah for coining rebelloed as a verb.
I love verbing people's names.
That's awesome. I don't see Rebello post that often. Do you think he knows that this is a thing now?
I don't know.
Like,
I
he
don't
must-
think he's playing much anymore.
Yeah, I don't really see him around anymore. Someone tell him that rebelloing is
Repello is a thing.
Yeah. All right, next category.
Let's do tournament of the year.
Oh. 3 come to mind to me. Number 1, SoulCal Regionals 2013, which had, I think, maybe the best top 8 we've ever seen. I
That
thought
was really good for him.
MK played at the absolute highest level.
Yes.
Probably the greatest night of raw play. Like, everyone was on.
Do you remember the match? Tyrant versus Satsui? Yes, I know. Or whatever. How the fuck?
Yes.
That match was incredible.
That was incredible. I agree. Pig versus Cowboy was amazing.
Oh, yeah. That was really good.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was the first, tournament, match of those, wasn't it?
No, they had played.
Or that was the second.
Yeah, that was the second
run back. Yeah.
Both sets they had were tremendous, but that was even better than the original.
Yeah.
Detroit versus Pig was. I remember Detroit flash parrying through.
Yes.
Detroit did back one too. Yeah, and he read that Pig was going to armor, and he flash parried it. And I just remember I was sitting on the floor watching it, just thinking, like, my God.
It looked like it was rehearsed.
Yeah, that looked.
It was incredible.
That was Detroit's best moment since winning Anaheim. That's the kind of moment where you're just like, holy shit. I thought my matches with Detroit were awesome. My match with Tyrant was awesome. Tyrant versus Wound was awesome. Wound versus DJT was awesome. That was Wound's breakout tournament where he went from, oh yeah, he might get 13th to what the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, there was randomly, that tournament had everything. Baraka was randomly good. Remember fucking X-Blades and Dink almost beat X-Blades with Baraka?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? That was
Baraka got 13th, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, that was definitely the MK tournament of the year. Except for maybe, you could argue, Evo 2013 in MK.
Yeah.
That whole top 16 was awesome, and that top 8. Denzel's run was amazing.
He was playing on another level.
Yeah, he was playing like a man possessed.
Patient. Fucking
that was
spots.
That
did not drop his combos.
Yeah, that may be the greatest performance in the history of NetherRealm fighting.
I agree.
It may be. That was some alien shit.
It was.
And then the big one that stands out in my mind in Injustice would be NEC.
Yeah, of course.
We talked about it a few weeks ago. Everyone knows that may have saved that game.
I think it did.
Yeah,
because now people, instead of bitching about the game, are just kind of playing it.
Yeah, people are playing their character.
They're accepting it more.
That tournament was everything an Injustice tournament needed to be.
Yes.
Slips?
It's hard, man. Do you pay tribute to the highest level of play of Mortal Kombat for EVO and SCR, or do you go with a tournament that literally saved a game?
You're right. It's the opposite.
It's the transition era.
Yeah.
Which means more for our community this year.
While I'm very proud,
I gotta go with NEC.
Yeah, while I'm very proud of my play this year in MK, ultimately, what those guys did at NEC was amazing. Everyone in that top 16, everyone in that tournament, pretty much every streamed match was godlike. It was
even the pools was
right. Yeah,
I remember I watched it for I was mad that I didn't see the first pool, and by the end of it, I was almost tired of watching it, but I couldn't stop watching.
Yeah, it was
entertaining.
I've been watching this for 6 hours, but I couldn't turn it off. And then Pig had another stream going, and I watched that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's unanimous. MK had a great send-off, and I think we should all be proud of that, the level of play that we reached, but
Yeah, like
Yeah.
to me, MK, it wasn't gonna get better than that. It wasn't. The next tournament was just to me like just seeing Cabal over and over again, almost every match in top 8. It's just I don't know. Like it was super high level play at Evo, but just watching Cabal, it was to me it was kind of painful. And it was super high level play, but you just seen it. You've seen it. You know how it goes. Cabal does his thing, and you just shrug whenever he wins. You're just like, well, I guess there was nothing you could do about it. And props to DJT doing some amazing ass shit. But I think that was a good note for it to leave out on.
Let's be fair. There was some diverse top 8s for MK in 2013.
There was final round.
I mean, like Evo
It's-
was almost every other match was Cabal.
That's true. So we're agreed on NEC?
Yeah, NEC was the most important for our community.
Well,
CEO was pretty good too.
CEO was good, but we agree. NEC?
Yeah, NEC.
So NEC, on behalf of Big E, the entire East Coast, the West Coast, everyone that traveled, Smargasm for being in pools and having a good match. Even you were part of this, sir. And most of all, PPJ accepting this on behalf. Reap on the Potter Pool! Ooh! Tournament of the year.
God.
So official.
Oh, and shout outs to Pig for helping stream it.
Yes, the hero of the day.
The hero of NEC.
Absolutely.
It's telling that our feud of the year culminated in that tournament. Like that was the WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the main event, man.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
the next category.
Next category. Let's see. Let's do best signature of the year. What stands out?
I can't think of a single signature.
God damn it. We should have prepared.
Can you
No,
think-
I know there's some good ones.
I mean, whenever I think of best signature, I think of yours, K7.
No, mine is awesome.
Was that this year or last year, though?
That was this
It
year.
was this year.
Oh, yeah, the
It
never
was when
forget.
Injustice came out.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I agree.
Damn it, there's some good ones. This is gonna suck. I might have to edit this out.
Yeah, edit this. Let's just give it to you and fuck it. Move on to the next category.
Alright, I win, yeah.
All right, K7, I'm proud to announce you may have got bodied in tournaments last year, and
Yeah.
MK may be dead, but you are the winner of a Tombie. You have the best signature of the year.
Actually, I'm undefeated in tournaments this year, sir.
Really?
Yes. That was in 2012. Hold that.
Oh, wow.
Did you see the thread with those cards that, like, predicted the future?
That
Mhm.
was so stupid.
You don't buy it?
What's there to buy?
Dude, it
Didn't
looked
you read
like
my-
magazine covers.
Okay, all of them are easily explainable and vague.
No, the only one that was kind of weird was that Twin Tower one.
The Twin Tower
How could
one's
that be a coincidence?
That
Well,
was
it's not-
weird.
It's not a coincidence. The explanation is very simple. The Twin Towers had been bombed just a couple of years prior to those cards.
Not at the top.
Okay, well, they're a little bit different.
It literally looked exactly
It
the
looked
same.
like the fucking picture.
If you were going to have the Twin Towers exploding at the top, that's what it would look like. Let's not forget, it didn't say the Twin Towers are going to get hit by a plane on 9/11. It said nuclear bomb.
Which makes it even weirder
Nuclear-
that they would pick that picture. If they were going to say nuclear explosion, I would want to see a fucking mushroom cloud, not the Twin Towers being destroyed in the exact same way 9/11 was.
Yeah.
It's not exact.
And the Pentagon.
Dude, that was exact.
It is creepy. I agree. But
It's creepy.
it's creepy. That's one of the most powerful images of our lives. Like anything that looks like that reminds us of that. And that's powerful. I get it. But what's more?
7 years earlier.
What's more likely? What is more likely? A card game that's a parody and a play on common conspiracies and government intrusion of the early 90s? Or they secretly knew about 9/11 and they gave hints to it through a card game. Like, come on. That's the only one that's at all weird. The rest of them are very easy. For example, the BP oil spill, right? Well, no, it's the Exxon Valdez oil spill.
Yeah,
Like a
oil
year
spills
before.
happen all the time.
Right. The other one, or Obama. Everyone's like, look, it's Obama. No, it's not. It doesn't even say it's the president. It's simply a black man in a suit.
It looked like Obama.
No, it doesn't even look anything like him. It doesn't have his hair. It's simply a black guy wearing a suit. Or
That's
another
racist,
one,
dude.
another one that's dumb. Oh, protest in Washington. Okay.
Yeah.
What decade does that not apply to?
Yeah.
That's so it doesn't even say protest over healthcare reform, which would actually fit in the 90s and would actually make perfect sense. It literally just says we won't take it, like it's just vague shit.
Yeah.
Or the NSA. Wow, NSA spying. Like what?
It's been
This was
happening
the-
since like
Yeah.
that's like Watergate shit.
This was the era of Waco. This was the era of Ruby Ridge, of Watergate, of all, like, the Illuminati. This was the era of militias. Like, this is what happens when Republicans are not in power. They go ape shit and talking about how liberals are secretly taking over and we need to pick up arms and they're coming for our guns and our health care and our liberties and all that. What's new? All that shit applies to any other time period. That
Yeah, all
Illuminati-
the other cards were fine, but
right.
it's that 9/11 one was kind of weird.
And the 9/11 one is creepy. But when you consider that terrorism was a thing back then, that was the Oklahoma City bombing. Let's not forget about that. Like, terrorism was a thing. Like, it's kind of creepy, but it's obviously not some Illuminati thing. It's
You
obviously
don't
not some.
buy into like the Illuminati conspiracies at all.
I 100% don't buy into that, and I definitely don't buy into it because of a fucking card game. Like, what about the ones that are wrong? What about the ones that are like giant mutant rat?
Yeah, you
It might happen, dude.
can't ignore the other ones.
Right. So there's like 300 of them or 500 or something, and one happens to be a little bit creepy. So all of a sudden we're going to believe in the Illuminati?
Well, if the Illuminati had that control, why would they let the game get out?
Who knows?
What do you think the biggest disaster is of our lifetime?
9/11,
For like human disaster or
like
overall?
Hiroshima or something like that.
That's not our lifetimes unless you're like 100, dude.
How old are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean our lifetime?
Yeah,
I thought you
like
meant
our generation. What's been the biggest disaster?
9/11.
9/11. Yeah. 9/11 directly links into a bunch of other disasters, the Iraq War and shit like that.
Do you remember like what you were doing on 9/11?
Yeah, I was asleep and my dad called me and woke me up.
It was
Yeah,
really
I was sleeping,
scary.
My
man.
mom like came into my room. She's like, "The country's under attack. They're taking planes and ramming them into buildings." And I was like, "Whatever, mom." I just went back to sleep. I was like, "Get the hell out of
Really?
here."
I was freaked out. I thought like it was fucking World War III and shit.
Why would they be in Oklahoma? Like, what did you have to be?
I don't know. I like heard a plane go over. I was like, oh shit.
Oh my god. Like, they're really gonna bomb Oklahoma? You guys are already a fucking wasteland.
Yeah, it's true.
What about the stock crash of 2008?
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I think that's worse.
No.
Like, I mean, people didn't die, but it pretty much fucked the economy for almost the entire world.
That's true.
It affected a lot of lives.
But so did 9/11.
It affected our morale, like as a country.
Yeah. It affected.
It was very
politics.
psychological.
It affected. We're still feeling the political ramifications of it.
So you just think 9/11 was how they tell us,
Hurricane
just
Katrina.
That's up there for sure.
That was pretty bad.
disaster.
What about those hurricanes and shit?
The whole city got wiped out.
What about those tsunamis or whatever?
Yeah, those are pretty bad too.
Yeah, they like wrecked PBJ's people.
Wow.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, have we talked to him about that? Like, is he?
Why would he know about it?
Doesn't he have family there?
No, they're all American. What are we gonna say? Hey, Kyle, I'm sorry what happened to your people. At least you won NEC though, right? Hey! Like, yeah, we can't do that.
He's got family. You should have asked him.
They're all American.
Well, I'm sure He might have people in touch.
All right, you asked him at Tony's about the tsunami. Was it even in the Philippines? Are we even right about the right country?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Close
I
enough.
can't remember.
All right, edit that out.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's free. Next category.
Character of the year.
Well, there's a lot of possibilities here.
I think there's two big
Wait,
ones.
character what?
Character of the year.
Like, which character did the most damage this year?
Hmm.
I think there's two big ones. Black Adam, Superman. They dominated, like, all summer.
No, it's just KDZ. He was just that good.
Yeah, just him and God.
Yeah, it's just him and like 20 other dudes that were winning the Superman.
I think.
What?
Yeah,
Superman?
it's got to be Superman.
He won Evo. He won the Fall Classic. He like dominated Evo actually.
The chorus of boos.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Hella wins the night fights. Like, I mean, you'd read results from tournaments in like the Ukraine and shit, and it'd be won by a Superman player named like Bob or something like that.
Bob.
Bob.
I don't know. It was just a name. Like
You in the Ukraine?
Yeah.
Named Bob?
Wouldn't be Stugelhev or something like that?
Sergey. Some guy named Sergey.
Sergey.
Yeah.
I thought it was Surge.
Sacco.
Sacco.
Yeah.
Like Mankind.
No, like Mario Sacco. Hori Sacco.
Alright, what are we doing here? What was this?
Character of the year. Superman.
Superman, of course.
Yeah, it's. I don't think
Maybe
it's a
Black
question.
Adam. You could make
It could be Black Adam. What about MK? Cyrax? He finally won the big one. After 2 years of, well, I mean, yeah, I can kill you in one combo, but he's never won a major. He
yeah.
finally won the mother load of majors.
Yeah. It was the only tournament he won, though.
Yeah. It's the only tournament that matters.
You could say Cabal.
I mean, Cabal is partly responsible for the death of a game. Whenever people are like, why aren't you playing MK? People inevitably are like, Cabal.
Although he didn't dominate as much as 2012.
That's true.
Sure.
I say Superman.
Superman. It's Superman.
It's Superman.
4-2-3.
Yeah. Yeah, when someone makes a shirt that's a Superman logo and has
Who
4,
made
2,
that?
3 on it.
It's on redbubble.com. It's awesome. The dude's on TYM. I wish I remembered your name in the thread. Give yourself props. He's a TYM poster, and he made the design for it. So I'm sorry I cannot remember your name, but post in the thread that you're the guy, and just put the link for your shirt. It's awesome.
So someone on TYM made that shirt.
Someone on TYM made that shirt. I love that
That's
shirt.
awesome.
So Superman?
Yeah, Superman,
Superman.
fuck you for being broke.
Well, Clark, you've been
Clark.
nerfed into the ground, and you're no longer viable. But you can always look back on the past. It's a bird. It's a plane.
Oh god.
It's Frokerman! 2013's Character of the Year.
Yes. Much to our dismay.
Paulo was like kryptonite to you.
Yeah, he
Wow.
fixed that shit. Alright,
Alright.
let's do, best heel of the year. Who's the most hated?
What about
Well,
C-
everyone just naturally hates Carl.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good one.
What about CD Jr.? Where do we start? I don't play this game. I've changed here's my new main, post about it. I don't even play this game. I don't care about this game. I'm moving to Capcom. I'm a Cross Tekken player now. I'm an AE player now. I'm a
Remember
Marvel
that's
player
already made,
now.
like, in the end I was right or whatever?
Yeah. I'm a Tekken player now. I don't even play this game. I'm just playing this game to support it, even though I hate it, and I hate all of you, and I don't even want to post on Test Your Mind. I'm just trying to support the game.
Yeah.
Watch my KI stream.
KDZ.
Carl.
I'd
KDZ,
say
obviously.
Carl. Yeah,
KDZ.
Rico was very
Awesome
like
heel.
Rico.
What?
Rico, yeah.
Yeah. Black Adam is winning every fucking region. Dude, he's not some god character. I mean, he's fine.
Rico was a good heel.
I'm gonna quit the game if he gets nerfed.
Yeah, that was.
KDZ, Superman's dead. I can't. He's mediocre now. I can't win. His zoning's not that good. Dave, obviously.
Gotta throw Dave in there. I was just
Yeah.
playing to win.
Playing to win.
Sonic Boom Brad.
Sonic Boom Brad.
Yeah.
I mean, is he really a heel though?
He's not a heel, I guess.
Yeah.
He was just talked a lot.
He's starting to be a heel.
He's turned heel.
He's turned heel. He was a tweener, now he's a heel.
Okay. So what do we think?
I'm going PL.
Why Carl? What has he done this year?
He's just hateable. He's like the Miz.
Yeah, I
Something
would
about
say
him.
I'm definitely done supporting Carl. After 2 years of this show supporting him, after VXG and shit, after you beat someone 3 times in a row, maybe I'm not bad at MK. Like, maybe Katana doesn't beat Cabal, maybe your buttons are fine, maybe the monitors, like, it's been, it was 3 times, dude. Like, just say, hey, you know what, good shit. You had my back when people doubted me. Now you've leveled up and you can beat me. Good shit,
If it
Don't-
wasn't
don't-
you fucking up, you could have beat him in a pretty bad match in Injustice.
Well, that's fine, and he's popping off, and that's fine. He beat GGA. It's all good, The thing about with GGA, we get blown up, we don't give up. We'll be back. We'll train for him, and sooner or later we'll hope to beat him. But just other shit,
KDZ is up there too. I could see him being on the best heel.
I thought, who was worse between KDZ and Rico? They were
KDZ
both
talked more
super
shit.
down players.
They did downplay.
I say it's KDZ.
KDZ rather than PL.
Superman was like, dude, when Superman's doing at that point, I get that you want your props, but you gotta be like, you know what, Superman is godlike, and I'm the best in the world at playing him, and you can hold that. That's fine. But yeah, Superman has like 20 bad matchups and all that. Like, dude, come on. No one wants to hear that.
Yeah.
I can see it. I'm sticking with PL though.
Slips, you're the deciding factor.
Who do you say?
I say KDZ.
I say PL.
I like seeing Carl win more than KDZ. I don't know why. I guess because everyone hates him so much. And so to see him win, it's just funny. So, man.
Who is
KDZ
more hated in the community? Though?
I'll give KDZ a lot of props, though. He is a hell of a showman. Remember
He
that
is.
tweet where he's like, I just won the Fall Classic and no one knows it yet, and shit like that? Like,
Yeah.
some of his pop-offs, he's definitely the best heel.
When he stood up on those chairs and shit.
Yeah, I think there's no question he's the best heel.
I like him.
Yeah, Carl is like best heel because of his douchebaggery. Like KDZ seems to embrace being a heel.
Yeah,
So I'll go with KDZ.
So we agree KDZ?
Yeah.
Well,
He looks
KDZ,
good to me.
unfortunately, you are no longer the best Superman player in the world. But no one is as good as being bad as you. Arma, let him know.
Yes. Remember when you called him Gingerbread Man?
So next category.
We did best heel, best baby face, best good guy.
What about Tom Brady? Everyone loves him.
Absolutely.
No matter what he does, every tournament stream, it can be a local in Louisiana, and people will be like, is Tom there? Is Tom still in?
Yeah, he's way more beloved than he is hated.
Yeah.
Every
Even-
post he makes gets like 50 likes.
Even people that like blowing him up, if he's like, I'm leaving the forums, they're like, no, Tom, don't go. No, Tom. Yeah. What about Pig? We've had our disagreements. He's come up about 8 times, yet at the end of the day, he bleeds MK. He would die for this community if he really had to.
Yeah, he's a community man.
Like, if they were like, we need to sacrifice someone's life so that Evo can happen, he'd be like, take me!
I don't know about that.
Maybe not, but you get the point.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm quitting. Then he's like, I'm coming to the next tournament. I'm quitting. Like, yeah, he's a lifer. Who else? What about DJT? He doesn't talk a lot, but he goes out there. He beats the characters we hate.
He like Bernie's and gets the
Super. Yeah, he's humble, yet he's also kind of hype. He likes to help people. Whenever he does post, it's usually just giving advice on matchups. What about Darth Arma, the big, lovable underdog of the East Coast? His friends.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, his friends might be heels, but everyone likes him. He's super cool on the mic. He gets along with everyone. You want to see for the most of the year he was known as a choke artist, and you're like, dude, come on, man. Now he's really coming to his own. I've never heard of anyone that doesn't like him.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
You remember when that guy posted he sounded like Donatello in the Ninja Turtle movie? Like,
Yeah, he kind of does.
He does?
And you guys hear Uncle Phil died from Fresh Prince of
I
Bel-Air?
heard that. I couldn't believe it.
That's Shredder. Are you emo?
That's Shredder.
That's fucked up.
He did a lot of voices.
Yeah.
Dude, I love
else-
that.
Who
Fresh.
else is a babyface?
Have you guys seen that new Ninja Turtle show?
No.
The new cartoon?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The CGI one?
No, is it? No, it's a cartoon.
I think the newest one is CGI.
Yeah, it looks like CGI. The one you have a hat for?
Yeah.
That's CGI.
No, it's not. Is it?
Yeah.
I guess it is a
Yeah,
little
it's
bit. Yeah.
CGI.
Yeah, you're.
It's a pretty good show. I think it's the best. It might be better than the original.
I liked the 2003 reboot. It was
The
pretty.
hell was that?
It was like on Fox Kids.
No,
Is that the one that had a chick?
No, that was live action. This is a cartoon.
that one was
How
alright.
many reboots are there?
I think there's been 3.
Yeah. One in 2003, one in 2013, and this newest one.
I just saw the episode where Raphael, he was like confiding into his pet turtle. Like anytime something go wrong, he confide to his pet turtle named Spike. And then like somehow like Spike got hit with some mutagen and some shit. And Spike turned into actually be Slash. You remember Slash, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. Slash was
Yeah.
shit.
And so Slash was like, since Raphael confided into him so much when he was a regular turtle, Slash hated the other turtles. He was like all trying to get Raphael to join him and shit. He was like, dude, Raphael, come with me. Fuck those other guys. Those other fucking turtles are fucking shit. You should be with me. And Raph was like, oh, I don't know. And so Raph started like, hanging out with Slash and shit. But then like the line crossed when Slash actually fucking regulated all of the other turtles except for Raphael. And he started wearing like, their headbands and shit on his wrists as like, like markers and
Trophies.
shit. So he's like walking around with their headbands. And, like Raphael saw that and he was like, dude, he's like, I can't allow this to go. So Raphael and Slash were like head to head. Dude, it was tight.
This
It
is
was
the newest cartoon or whatever?
Yeah, it was good.
I'll have to check that out.
You remember Mutagen Man, that figurine where it was just like a glass jar with like those organs inside?
Oh, yeah, I do.
They had like a thing on him, like the turtles had just like this fanboy kid following him around. They're just like, God, this kid's so annoying. And then the kid accidentally like runs into some mutagen or some shit. I can't remember how. And then he just became like mutagen just has weird effects on it, whoever it hits, and he just became like a bunch of muck and shit. So like Donatello found him and he grabbed him and he put him in a jar in their fucking sewer home. And he added some mutagen and tried to help him out, and then he became Mutagen Man, and he just went fucking crazy, and he grew arms and legs, and they had to fucking kill the kid and shit. It was fucked up.
What the fuck does any of this have to do with Babyface and Gear?
Dude, the Ninja Turtles are tight, dude.
It's Tom. It's Tom.
What about Tommy Waffles? He's a good baby face.
I mean, what about Wound?
has-
Wound's a
he literally
babyface.
has-
He's like Eugene.
Both Wound and Tommy both literally have baby faces.
Yeah.
They both have those big puffy cheeks.
Wound is a baby face.
Wound is a baby face, although Sinestro. It's ironic that such a baby face loves, like, oh, I'm so evil, you will submit. Oh.
What? He's not
Why does
gay.
it sound like that?
That's my voice for
You
it.
just put random voices to people.
Well, that's basically just my Jeremiah voice, honestly. Oh, do me, body splash.
Like, hey, dude.
Oh no! Oh,
My
my.
goodness. Be reasonable.
I was sold a bill of goods.
You guys said body splash was good. I've been sold a bill of goods.
What the fuck?
Dude,
I
he's
said-
saying he's right now as we speak.
What is
He's
he
in the other
cheering
room.
about, Lee?
Yeah.
All right, Tom.
Oh,
Brady.
come on. Yeah, I say it's Tom.
Oh, you're
Yes.
being ridiculous.
I'd say it's Tom.
We don't want to snub Tom. We want him to get
Tom, yeah.
Thomas.
Tom's enemies still like him.
Yes.
Look at the room when he was beating Theo in that first to 5. When he started to close it out, the energy was insane. I remember the
That's
stream.
right.
Yeah.
Is it really a baby face though? His nose is pretty big.
That's not cool.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Do you think like he's really good, like in his 69 with like his girlfriend or a chick or whatever because his nose tickles their asshole?
Yes. That might be the intro.
Yeah, that's the intro. Congratulations. So,
Dude, I bet you he's good at it.
is that official? That's our choice?
Yes.
The ass tickler, Tom Brady.
Well, Tom, there's always someone better than you with Aquaman, but no one's better than you at being a baby face. Tom Brady is the official baby face of 2013.
You had to blow him up like that?
No, I'm just saying. No, that's what people say.
That is Andy.
No, I'm not saying that's what people say.
I should have went in order. I didn't do it.
Idiot.
Shut
I'm
up.
thinking about believing in God again.
This story's stupid.
Aren't you like Catholic?
Well, it's people are.
My people are, yeah.
So tell the story about why you're thinking about believing in God again.
Dude.
So
it's-
as of now, you're an atheist.
I'm my agnostic. But I was driving home from St. Louis for the holidays. It's snowy. It's snowing constantly. It's super shitty. I got to drive hours through the snow, right? I'm going like 60 miles an hour. There's like one lane that's clear and then the other, there's nothing else. There's two lanes. One lane's clear, the other lane's super snowy. There is this car in front of me going super slow. Like he's coming up. I didn't think he was going that slow. So I'm coming up on him. He's getting bigger in my windshield. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta pass this guy. Like I don't want to just suddenly brake and I start sliding and then I slam into his rear. So I start to pass him, which forces me into the snowy lane. As soon as I get right next to him, I start like sliding and shit. I'm like, oh, this is bad. So I speed up to pass him just to get out of his way because if I keep sliding, I'm going to hit him. So by now I'm going like 70 miles an hour on some fucking snow. And I'm sliding. So I'm like, alright, I just need to get back over to the pavement and I'll be alright. As soon as I try, I go flying, dude. Like the car goes the complete opposite direction on the road. I'm just like, dude, I'm literally headlight to headlight with this dude. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die. I slide into a ditch. I'm going so fast. Slide back out of the ditch onto like the hill on the side of the road. And then it stops. And I'm just like, oh god, like what damage has been done? I had my big screen TV in there. I was bringing it from St. Louis to Chicago. I was fine. I somehow lived. I didn't hit a guardrail. I didn't hit a tree. I didn't hit anything. I dodged like everything. I fucking, I was fine, and I was like, okay, I'm probably stuck. I drive. I'm not stuck. I'm like, okay, I gotta go through this ditch. I go through the ditch. Come back out of the ditch. I'm back on the road. I'm like, holy shit. There's absolutely nothing wrong. Dude, I drove off the road at 70 miles an hour in the snow.
I don't know if that's why you should believe in God.
Yeah.
Dude, I should
Shit like that
bet.
just happens.
Dude.
You had a close call. I mean, it happened.
Wouldn't, if God was on your side, wouldn't you have just not drove into a ditch? in
Yeah,
the
wouldn't
first
it have
place?
not happened?
I mean, maybe he saw it happening and he was like, you know what?
He would have known it was going to happen before you were
Doesn't
even
he
born. Yeah.
cause things to happen?
I mean, maybe things just happen, and if he sees something bad happen, and he's just like, okay, I'm gonna hook this person up.
He should have foreseen it. He orchestrated everything about your life.
Unless it was a plan for him to feel the presence of God.
Yeah, like,
Like in Pulp Fiction.
I've been pretty on the fence about God for some years now. That was pretty messed up. Literally nothing was wrong.
When it happened, you thought you could die.
First, I was like, I'm gonna die. And then I was like, I hope I do die, because even if I live through this, my car's wrecked, all my hopes and dreams are gone, I'm gonna be financially screwed. Like, I was literally thinking there's no way I'm gonna get out of this and things will be alright.
You just felt the fear of death and got spooked.
Yeah, I mean, if God is truly on your side, why would you be in financial despair to begin with? Like,
70 miles an hour, and you
So
drive
you're
off the road backwards.
so you were stupid and you got
It
lucky.
happens. I mean,
Yeah, it happens all the time.
I've had close calls like that.
So have I. It doesn't mean anything.
I didn't like go to church because
Yeah.
Dude. I feel like I owe some comeuppance to something.
For what? For getting into a disaster and not getting hurt?
Nothing got hurt.
Yeah, so?
it was a close call.
What's the closest call you've had?
I've drove off the road in ice and shit.
Yeah, I have too.
I've spun
So
out.
I've
Nothing
completely
happened.
spun around, yeah.
Yeah, I've spun out. You get scared and you're like, oh shit, that was close.
I've been involved in matters of life and death.
I've had
What's
some
the
close,
closest
like,
came to death?
I don't know, but I've been involved where other people were dying and shit. I
I
used to
have-
work in healthcare, man.
I had a close call with death.
Tell
What?
us about it.
A tornado hit my house.
That's tight.
Dude,
It actually hit the house?
It went right over us.
Were you in a basement or what?
Dude, I was playing Mortal Kombat online.
You continue to play online?
And I did until the last second. I was playing Jimmy Potato's Night Wolf.
He summoned he was like, ho, 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 and he did a rain dance and a tornado came?
Dude, I have a video of it up, like on YouTube. I'll post
How
it.
do you know the tornado was coming right at your house?
It was like a miniature tornado and it dropped right on top of us. It tore the roof off.
Of your house?
Yes! Totaled 3 cars.
What?
It fucked shit up. This is in like 2011.
Where did you go? Like in your bathroom or something?
This is the fucked up thing, is we have a storm cellar, but it tore off our roof and threw it on the storm cellar so we couldn't get in there. So we just like hid in the middle of the house and it went over us.
Damn. So your roof came off?
Part of it did. But, dude, it was like being in a vacuum. Your ears pop, and you just hear the roar. I thought I was gonna die. I was like,
That's
this whole
crazy.
place is gonna collapse any moment.
Were
And it
you like
happened
in
out
the
of
room where the roof came off of, or no?
No. I was in the middle, and it come off of, like, the end of the house. It sucked. And, dude,
That's-
I had my headphones on, so I didn't even know it was, like, storming bad. And a window just, like, shattered.
Wow, that's
Like,
crazy.
It was fucking crazy. I thought I was gonna die.
That's awesome.
What's your religious standpoint?
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm not really religious, but I believe in, like, positive energy.
What?
Like-
That's stupid.
What the hell is that?
I believe if you're a good person, you don't, cause no problems, you'll be alright when you die.
What? Why?
What? You'll be alright when you die. What's that mean?
Like, if you don't do bad things, you won't get punished when you die.
Punished how?
What do you mean, how?
How would you be punished after you're
That's
dead if
the
you did
whole
bad
thing.
things?
That's the whole thing, is hell is a punishment, right?
So you don't believe in God, but you believe in hell?
I believe in God.
Oh, you do?
I just don't literally believe, like the Bible.
What the hell are you talking about?
I believe if you're a positive individual, you don't do bad things, then you'll be alright. Good
You'll
things
be alright.
good things will come to you.
Why? Based on what?
Positive energy.
Positive energy? Are you
Yes.
high? Next category.
What's yours? You don't believe in anything.
Hard atheist. Richard Dawkins, Christopher Hitchens.
I'm
Hard.
just
atheist.
saying, my mind is open. I don't understand everything. It could be out there.
Yeah, I have that same viewpoint.
I'm not like, okay, this is how it is.
I never said I knew how it is.
You just said you're a hard
Hard
atheist.
That means you're saying this does not exist.
I'm almost positive. I'm 99% positive that the God, Yahweh of the Bible and shit is bullshit. The Christian God is
Oh
horseshit.
wait, what the fuck is
Yeah, isn't that what the Jews
Yeah,
call him?
that? You snuck that in there. That Yahweh.
Yeah, that's a bunch of
That
bunch of
Yahweh.
bullshit.
I might
So
as-
you believe that there is a possibility that there's a higher being?
Yes.
That's possible, but the one described in the major religions is obviously bullshit.
But what if that higher being created that for
Yes.
people to believe as like a filter?
As
What
a
does that
test.
even mean?
As a test.
Yeah.
Why?
That's the thing.
What the hell?
Maybe the actual God made up the story of God and stuff for people on Earth to believe, to see if they believe, like, and that's the filter of believing in him or not.
Or it's just a bunch of bullshit. Like, what do you think's more likely?
I'm just saying.
Do you get that, like, okay, you fuck up once during your life, and you're gonna burn in hell forever. Do you really
Yeah.
buy that?
There's nothing you can do in this life that would be worth eternal damnation. Nothing. Even Hitler.
Or like murdering people?
No.
Yeah.
You just
No.
say even Hitler?
Even Hitler doesn't deserve.
Hitler deserves to burn in hell.
Think about what eternity means, and you
He
realize
killed like 6 million people.
Genocide.
eternity, man.
Wait.
6 million people. That's a lot of years.
And I never got, like, if you repent on your deathbed, are you, like, saved from a life of wrongdoing?
Yeah,
So why not just do that every time?
because then you're not sincere, and he'd know.
If you die suddenly, then you don't get the chance.
Yeah, that's true.
Next category.
Okay. Next one. Best Nerf of the year.
Best Nerf. That's pretty good.
Do we want to
Drones
go,
getting
like,
normalized?
Wait, do we want to do like best, like as in best for the game, or like most, powerful nerf?
I say like best for the game. The
I agree.
best
Best
nerf.
for the game.
Yeah.
This last patch had some great ones.
It did.
Interactables, there with a few exceptions. If some of them are still silly, but they're honestly so entertaining. I love them anyway. Like the dumpster, I would never change that. It's fucking tight. Or that propeller. For the most part, I thought the interactables are awesome now. Taking 2 bars to meter burn. The fact that absorbing them because you take 50% less means something.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
like that.
A lot of the ones that were ridiculous, their splash damage was changed. I think interactables are a great addition to the game.
So
What about
4-2-3?
Superman 423?
Yeah, that was
No
big.
longer hits at the start of the round.
I think that's the big glaring one.
Yeah.
That was huge.
What about Black Adam?
The backdash.
The
The
backdash was
lightning.
big.
The backdash was huge. The low lightning.
Yeah.
What about Batman's bats?
What about Aquaman's scoop?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
That's
It's a low scoop.
early on. Yeah.
Punishable.
Was mostly safe against most characters. That might be.
What about Doomsday's body splash?
Oh, the Jeremiah Bill of Goods.
Yeah, that's where it started.
That's where Bill of Goods started.
Yeah, Batman Bats is a good one too.
What about Killer Frost?
Trade cancel.
Straight cancel, yeah. I honestly don't think people realize how good that was.
No one really saw.
Yeah.
Best for the game, though.
I say it's the interactable one. That and changing the stage rules, I think, made a great impact on this game. There were a lot of matchups that drastically changed, and we were in danger of seeing only a couple of stages. And now every stage is used. I think interactables are just super fun. One of the best parts about the game. Yeah, double random has been great, and all the changes to interactables have been great. And I think interactables are now just awesome. I don't remember the last time I felt screwed over by interactables, but I remember plenty of times where I laughed and got hype and was glad that interactables are in the game.
I think 4-2-3 was the biggest nerf for the game.
I agree.
It
I
was
think
too dominating before.
yeah. Interactables, if they got too out of hand, we could always turn them off or ban certain stages, but there was no working around 4-2-3. And
people demanded it, and we got it.
It might not even have been the brokest thing that was ever in the game. Like some of the other things mentioned might have actually been worse, but 4-2-3 was the first that we saw how stupid it really was.
And
that
good.
was one of the strongest moves in the game and it had got a lot of life, and we got to see how incredibly annoying and stupid it was.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm fine. I'll be outvoted.
Thank God they nerfed that.
So, we're in agreement, the nerf of the year was
4-2.
Superman's 4-2-3?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think they made a shirt about Doomsday Body Splash or Aquaman Scoop.
Alright, well,
Alright.
congratulations, Paulo. Your game sold several millions, and it did win the Spike TV award for Fighting Game of the Year, but this is even more prestigious. You provided the normalization of the year.
Yeah, normalization. Alright, let's go the other way. Buff of the year. What hooked that character up the most?
Bane got buffed a lot.
Which one? Like the uppercut?
Bane of my existence. The uppercut buff.
Yeah, that was huge.
Uppercut buff is huge.
uppercut buff was huge.
Yeah.
Also, the Venom buffs.
That
And
helped. That helped.
I will say Catwoman's forward one being an overhead. I remember when that happened, there is a thread that you can go back and read of people saying, "Oh my, this is nuts. God, she's insane." There were people saying she was top 5 now. I'm pretty sure at this point we can all agree that, oh my God, if she hadn't got that. Is there anyone left? I don't care how big of a dog lover you are. I think everyone can agree she needed that. Bad. Yeah, I hate cats.
Oh my god.
That was a huge buff. I don't think that she would be viable without that.
I think the Lex probe getting normal damage was pretty good.
You mean not the probe, the lance blast?
Not the probe,
thing?
but the lance blast,
Oh, the
yeah.
blast, yeah.
Yeah, so he can do decent in trades.
Yeah, he could actually zone.
A little bit.
That was
What about
pretty good.
Sinestro getting a strong footsies tool with back 1-2?
I think that was good, but I think the gimmick was bigger though. The fact
Charge
that
time
it
on the
charged
gimmick?
a lot faster and he was able to recover and block instantly practically. I think that's bigger.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like it's when he has gimmick is when it's like you just like face roll and you're just like, God, son of a bitch. Back 1-2 is good though. I think the gimmick makes him worse.
What about Lobo's trait?
Oh, I first, we saw that early for anyone else a few months before. So for us, it's like 6 months old, and it still makes me laugh every fucking time. I still love it. When Phil does that to someone, and they lose 30%, it still warms the cockles of my heart. It's so awesome.
Is that the most damaging projectile in a game?
Oh god, it's Lobo. It's so Lobo. God, 30%. It's awesome.
What did it do before? It did like 12 or something?
Maybe
Well,
yeah.
The
He didn't
range
have
of it.
2 shots of it.
Oh yeah, you got 2 shot.
Yeah, so maybe did like 20% or something.
Man, that's a heavy favorite.
That was a big buff.
What about Flash?
Which
His
one?
walk speed, his forward dash, his meter burn torpedo.
The meterborne torpedo one's definitely big. His dash is a big one. Remember when his damage got nerfed? Me neither.
His down 2 used to be broke.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
true.
a
It was
good nerf.
advantage.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Well, I cannot in good conscience vote against Catwoman's. I think that radically changed her game. Giving her an overhead that can't be fuzzied, it can be used in footsies, it can be used to stuff that's the core of her footsies game is forward 1. It's one of her top 5 moves, and making it part of her 50-50 radically changed her game. I'm not being biased. I think if you think about it, that has to be one of the strongest buffs the character got. But I've compromised on that Lobo one, just because it's so fucking awesome.
I'm gonna go Bane.
Really?
Bane's uppercut. He needed that. He probably would have remained at the bottom half of the cast if he didn't get that.
I'm fine with that too. If K7, what do you think? You're the guy here.
I will go Bane.
So Bane, specifically meter burn uppercut coming out on a whiff or block. That's our buff of the year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, this is interesting because when the buffs were announced, everyone, led by Quark, was talking about how useless it would be. So in the end, Paulo wins, you lose.
Who the
Buff
fuck
of
is
the year goes to Bane. Let's not stand on ceremony here. You need it.
The fire rises?
That was actually really good. You even had like the echo.
I put my hand over my mouth.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it's special effects.
He's
All
got
right,
the best
so-
Cabal like thing too. Yours is terrible, Steve.
No, I like mine.
Steven.
Do
You
yours
don't K7. You don't add the part. That's the best part. The wheeze.
at the beginning.
Yeah, it goes.
Yeah, I don't do the weed.
Yeah, you got to do the. That's what I like the best.
I'll work on it.
Remember when I argued with you in Sync about
Yours
whether
is terrible, dude. It sounds like you're breathing in the catacombs or some shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more concerned with the part because that's the part I like the best.
I don't really like that part.
That's awesome that he's like, because he's doing it because he can't breathe. Remember when I argued with you about whether he did it or not, and you blew me up, and then it turned out he did?
Yeah.
Remember when I argued that when Katana does her fatality, they say no before she cuts off their head, and they actually
They
do
don't
it?
say the whole
Yes.
word. They're like, no.
Yeah, it's awesome. You guys are idiots.
Like,
I have- No, it's no. It's no. It's
They don't
clear.
get it all the way out.
It's enough that you know they're saying
They're like,
no.
no.
Dude, and he definitely goes, it's tight.
He does do the weed.
Yeah. Guys are
It's really faint though.
Anyway, so this is the big one. We have
We
one.
have one more category. The player of 2013. And we're combining MK and Injustice, so
Yeah, this
there
is
can
it.
only be one.
The NetherRealm Player of the Year.
Outwood.
Don't give this out lightly. Like, this is a big fucking deal.
This is it.
This is it.
This is the shit.
This is like winning an MLG or winning EVO.
Yeah.
Let's not stand on
It's just
something
like that.
It's just like it, yeah.
Except
So-
you don't get anything.
What do we think?
Well, obviously you gotta put fucking DJT in there for Evo.
Let's just cut right to the chase. Let's cut right to the brass.
Let's not stand on ceremony.
3 people stand out to me.
Okay.
Number 1 is KDZ.
Yes.
Won EVO. He won the Fall Classic. He won a billion breaks. He got top 8 at CEO. Numerous other tournaments, right? He was pre-patch the number 1 Injustice player, and we can all agree on that. The argument against him would be he hasn't done well since the patch. He never did anything in MK. So that first, until April, he had done nothing. Number 2 would be DJT. What he did at EVO is unquestionably the greatest performance in the history of a NetherRealm fighting game player. Carl couldn't do that. Rio couldn't do that. Tom couldn't do that. Pig couldn't do that. It was absolutely stunning. He won the world championship. And then the next day got winners top 8 in another NRS game. That's some serious, serious shit. That in itself might make him the player of the year. But since then, he really hasn't looked that strong. He went to the Fall Classic and he got 9th, which normally 9th is like, hey man, you're top 16, but with a resume that good, 9th is not good enough. And before that, he did get 3rd at SCR, which is good, but he didn't get top 8 at UFGT. I actually think that one Injustice top 8 is the only top 8 he's ever gotten in Injustice. Now, granted, getting 2nd at EVO is, if you're only going to get top 8 one time in a year, getting 2nd at EVO is a pretty good fucking one to get top 8 in. But something's got to be said for consistency. And what these two guys delivered when it mattered the most, but they didn't deliver consistently. Only one guy this year has truly delivered consistently.
DJT won the character auction.
Okay.
Don't mean shit.
Yeah, anyway. Remember when that guy bought Catwoman for $60 just so that I couldn't have her, apparently?
Yeah, what was up with that?
Yeah, what was up with that?
Who was that guy?
Some random guy. It looked like he didn't even play the game. Like, he didn't even know her moves. He was obviously drunk. One guy has been super consistent all year. Wound Cowboy. 2nd at SCR. 2nd at Final Round. 2nd at UFGT. Got bodied at EVO. 3rd at Fall Classic. And then he won Frosty Faustings. Now notice he didn't win a major. Frosty Faustings is a great win for him, but it's a nice regional tournament. He never won the big one. He never won the big one in either Injustice or MK, but he was always near the top, except for Evo. So what do we do? Do we reward consistency? Or do we reward very strong performances when it matters the most? Or do we reward KDZ, who had very strong performances in one of the games until the end of the year?
What about Rico Suave? He's in the discussion.
I don't think he's in the discussion for Player of the Year. Non-existence in MK.
He won a major.
Hold on, and that's good. He won Summer Jam. He did not win an Evo, a Fall Classic, an NEC.
What about Chris G?
Chris G, I think Chris G had a stronger year than Rico Suave. I think Rico Suave, with all due respect, has kind of a mythology around him because he won the break so much. But if you actually look at his national record, it's good. I mean, it's like a top 10 player, but Summer Jam is the only major he ever won. His other, 7th at CEO, that's great.
He's consistent too.
Not in multiple games, not throughout the year. Like, there's never a point when Wound was washed up. Like, Rico is not even he didn't even get out of pools at NEC. Like, that's not just a bad showing, I'm not even playing the game. Like, he's openly talking about how he's not playing the game. And he didn't do anything until Injustice came out. And even when Injustice came out, he wasn't top 8 till CEO, where he got 7th, and then Summer Jam, which he won, which is great. Is winning Summer Jam make you Player of the Year? I don't think so.
What about Carl?
Carl is a good one, and so's Forever King. Carl, he won CEO and MK towards the end of MK's life. Still, a good win. Top 8 at CEO. Top 8 at Final Round. He won VXG. He beat the Evo champ and Chris G in the same tournament. I definitely think Carl would be up there, but a lot of periods of inconsistency. Forever King's another one. Forever King's been strong all year. Top 8 at Evo. Top 8 at every Injustice tournament he entered except for Evo, where he got top 8 at MK. But he has never won anything big. He won Unicon, but that's another kind of a regional.
So him and Wound are like the same.
Yeah, I think you could put him and Wound as very similar. So what are we going with here? The Evo performances? Let's eliminate people. What do you guys think about KDZ?
I say post Evo, the irrelevancy kills it.
The fact that he was involved in the nominee for biggest blow up of the year.
And he never did anything. He was never an MK guy.
He's lost his swag since the patch.
I agree. He's off the list.
It's hurt. Yeah, it's hurt his legacy.
However, before we eliminate him, one thing though. What are the chances he comes back for next year?
And wins?
Yeah.
No.
I don't even think he has to win. He just has to have a respectable,
If he gets top 8 next year, what are the chances of that?
Depends on how much he plays.
Not good.
Alright, so he's out.
Tough. Yeah, he's out.
Arma, let him know. There's no chance he cares. So, what do we think about Forever King, Wound Cowboy, and Perfect Legend? The guys who were strong all year, but not dominant. Consistency. Does it pay off?
I think Carl automatically beats those two.
Why?
Carl actually did win a major.
CEO?
Yeah.
True. That's a good point.
So you can't say Forever King and Wound could be Player of the Year when Carl did what they did and win a major.
Right.
That's a good point.
So those two are eliminated.
Those two are eliminated. So it comes down to Carl versus DJT. Do we all agree?
I think so.
Yep.
Then I will say this. Last year we gave it to Carl because he won Evo. We put Evo ahead of Rio's consistency. And unfortunately for Carl, in my opinion, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. He's the one that says it. Evo, Evo, Evo. It has to be DJT.
He not only won, he delivered the best performance almost maybe in history for MJ9.
I say in history. I was so
On the biggest stage,
on the
last one.
final stage.
Yeah.
It's Denzel Terry.
He earned it, I think so.
Yep, I agree.
And he also did well in Injustice.
Yeah. Barring Broker Man, he could have won that too.
That's a hell of a weekend.
That's a hell of a weekend. No one's ever had a better weekend in another room fighting game. The player of the year is DJT.
Yes.
What do you guys?
Yeah.
DJT.
So we're agreed?
I'm
Yeah.
100% fine with that.
Well, DJT, I don't even have to do a jokey thing for you. It is the utmost props from us that you are the 2013 Player of the Year. Congratulations.
I was like cheering.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
That was the longest breath you could use.
Yeah.
You gotta do it long, like.
I didn't know if it would like pick it up.
Yeah.
Thanks for explaining that.
Yeah. Don't worry, goddammit.
What else do we have to talk about?
That's it.
Are we done?
The Toomies. 2013 Toomies.
It's our second one that we've ever done. Actually, our
Yep.
third, but
Is it?
one was
This
so
one wasn't
bad.
as elaborate as last year's. We had
Oh,
them
we weren't-
on and
We weren't doing a weekly show then either. We're providing weekly content.
Yeah, I mean, it's free too.
It's
so
free.
yeah, it's
It
free.
costs you nothing.
Yeah, it costs you nothing.
It's free entertainment for your,
It's free entertainment.
from us to you.
Yeah.
Bye. Meister's awesome.
Maxter understands why Catwoman's.
How is he so cool?
I don't know. He's one of the coolest people I've ever met.
Yeah, he's like
Hey,
not
Pop.
even a real person. He's just
Yeah.
a character.
I know, he's like the Fonz. Like,
Yeah, he's so cool.
like you can just see like cool oozing out of him. Like he looks
His
cool.
voice.
His voice is awesome. He's got that dark complexion. He wears cool, like everything about him is cool. Like
Yeah.
he's just he is like a video, like he could be in Tekken. Like I can see a selection screen where he's got sunglasses on. It's like Maximo Brito, and like you select him and shit. Like his name is Maximo. Like, he has to be the coolest person I've ever seen. Like his terms are just cool. He looks like he's from a cigarette commercial. Everything about
I
him,
can see it.
everything about him is cool. Like, I smoke Camels, Poppy, and you should too. Like I'd be like, damn, dude, he's cool.
It reminds me of the guy in like No Country for Old Men.
What?
Like Death Guy.
That guy? Why?
I don't know, he just does.